This Navica training video will introduce you to contacts and prospects, and will show you how to set both of those up. Beginning on contacts from the main menu, you will click on that to land on the My Contacts and My Prospects pages. You will note that there is a separate Contacts tab from a separate My Prospects tab. This is because you can have a contact that is not attached to a search, which is when it becomes a prospect. So, how do we add a contact? Very simple. We add contact by clicking on the Add Contact button. We then will input a name, first and last, and we will determine the type of contact we have, whether or not it's a buyer or a seller, or an attorney or an appraiser or any other relationship. You can categorize those here. In this case, we're going to go with buyer. We're also going to now input an email address, which will be their primary form of contact. You can have an additional email address here. You can also put their phone number as well, and address if you wish. But that's all the required information. Once you have that, you simply click Save. And once this saves, you will land on the contact page and see your newly added contact with phone number and email address. You will also see a tools column, which will have some quick click tools, one of which is Convert to Prospect, which we'll click in a moment. And then we have View, Edit Contact Information. And then we have Email Contact or Delete Contact. Do note that there is a delete contact and an email option for group selections as well. You can simply click and select groups if you need to, if you wanted to send groups emails to sellers, buyers, etc. All right, though. Now, the next step is, how do we convert them to a prospect? Well, we can click on Convert to Prospect, and that will start the process. This will then take us to our prospect information page, where we'll see the name, email address, and phone number. And then we will select our search type. In this case, we're going to choose residential. And we're going to set our search up for our client as a detached single-family home. We might be interested in coming soon as well. We're going to set our price range. We're going to keep it broad in this case. And we're going to set our number of bedrooms at 2 and 2 full baths. Now, we could obviously get much more detailed with our search than that. But before we proceed, always want to check and see if this will produce any results. And it does look like we'll have 7 results based on that search criteria. It's always helpful to know before you proceed, just to make sure whether you need to broaden or maybe narrow down your search some, depending on your market and what's available. We're going to close that now. We can see that we're working on our contact name here, and we're going to click Save Search. This will then take us to our Edit Prospect Settings page. This is our template for our email that will go out at each interval for our client. So you do want to keep this broad. There is one email template for each of these separate searches, so you can't have a separate email type or template for each, so keep that in mind. Just keep it broad, put in there a broad title for the subject, and then you can type your supporting message. Okay, moving on. Notify customer. That is our on and off switch for the prospecting service. So this is where we activate it by turning it on. Later date, if we need to turn this off, maybe they found a property, we want to deactivate this, we would come back in to edit notification settings and set that to no. Moving on, we are going to have it notify us via email, and we're going to have it watch for new listings, price changes, back on markets, and miscellaneous change. Obviously, these selections are up to you, so make your choices accordingly. Next, we have search frequency. For this, we're going to select daily. You can go with ASAP, which generally would create an email that goes out anytime a new match is input by an agent. But keep in mind that's a 24-hour day possibility. So if you want to keep it simple to one email a day, then daily would be the best option. You have other options here to allow reverse prospecting, yes or no. Use email, email signature to make it look professional. Select that to yes. Buyer's Gateway we'll discuss in another video. For right now, you're going to click Save and Get Results. And what this will do is take you to the search results of those 7 listings that we found. And this message is just to clarify that as of this point, we have not sent any emails with matches yet, because we just generated this. We haven't sent anything yet. It's just letting us know that. And if we'd like, we can click on the email all results to go to the new prospect to start the process. We're going to click OK to remove that. And in this case, we are going to go ahead and start by sending all. So we're going to click email all results to new prospect. So what this will do is generate that email, and it's going to confirm that they have been sent to our new prospect. After that, what we can do is we can go into contacts and confirm and review. Okay, we now see our contact information on the contact page, which now, by the way, has a note that reflects the date and time and listings that were just sent in that email that I sent manually. Then we can also go to my prospects and review. We have our buyer, our name, our phone number, email address, the number of saved searches currently, whether or not the system has automatically sent. Now this says 0 because we did send those manually. Going forward after tomorrow, this will be an automated count of emails. And notify agent and client, we have it set up for that. And then in our tools, we have our option that we can view the searches saved. We can get back to that notification settings to maybe tweak that email or change anything there. We can view our email log. Let's click on that. And we will see one email sent manually, so not by the system. This is what we sent with those listings and the date and time. Then, of course, we have an option to generate an email directly. And then here we have that same note reflecting the history. The benefit of the note is that it does give you the option if a client were to ask you about an email sent on 4/21, it does give you the option to copy those listing numbers. And then you could go into multitask, for example, paste those listing numbers into MLS search and click search and get right back to those results. So that's an option for you if you need to. But that does complete the setup of a contact and a prospect. As always, if you have any questions about this or any other topic, please do not hesitate to contact us, and we're happy to help.